Yo guys, you are checking over PSSA Power 43 as I go over it. Hopefully you did well on it, and if you didn't, learn from mistakes, take any notes on the back, and be ready because the next one is graded. So let's start with the first one. Data analysis. What is the median of the data below? So remember, median sounds like medium, which means middle. First thing, I'm going to count all of my numbers. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because 9 is odd, there's going to be 1 in the middle. So if I cross out little big, little big, little big, till I work in the middle, I have 1 in the middle, which is 70. So 70 is the median, A. Okay, let's slide over to geometry. It says, what is the area of the triangle below? Use formula sheet. If you ever forget the formula, get them on the orange folder on the bulletin board. So first thing, since it's a triangle, you want to write the formula down. So if you didn't do these 3 steps, do them now, because if I turn this over tomorrow and you don't have them written down, I shall be unhappy. So it's a triangle. So I'm going to start with area equals half times base times height. Next, I'm going to substitute some numbers in. Area equals half times the base is 15 times the height is 12. Last, type that in. Half times 15 times 12. If you type that in your calculator, you will get the correct answer of 90 square meters. So if you had D, give yourself a big fat C. Okay, next one. Let's go down to this third one. We have ratios. Did you remember how to do ratios? So, I'm going to start by reading the problem. It says a team has 5 fifth graders. Let me underline that here. So there's 5 fifth graders, has 11 sixth graders, and it has 4 seventh graders. What is the ratio of fifth graders to total team members in simplest form? So, first thing I'm going to do is write the number of fifth graders. If you look up here in red, there were 5 fifth graders. So that's the first number in your ratio. Now, the second part, it says to total team members. Remember, that means you have to add up all of the students. So you have to add up the 5 fifth graders, plus the 11 sixth graders, plus the 4 seventh graders to get your total. And your ratio should be 5 to 20. Now, notice down when you look at your answers, you don't have that. The reason is because 5 to 20 is not in simplest form. If you treat it like a fraction, if you have 5 to 20 written like a fraction and type it in your calculator and reduce it, you'll have 1 to 4, which is D, and your correct answer. So remember, when it says total team members or total anything, add them all up. All right, last one. Greatest common factor. I bet a lot of you guys forgot how to do greatest common factor, so let's help you out with it. Greatest common factor. Remember, that factor should help you remember to do factor trees. So I'm going to start with doing a factor tree of 45, and then I'm going to do a factor tree of 30. So when I do a factor tree of 45, you can start with anything, but I'm going to start with 9 times 5. Then the 9 I can split up to 3 times 3, and the 5 I just bring down because it can't be split up. So I can't split those numbers up anymore. I have 3 times 3 times 5. For 30, I'm going to split that up into, let me do 6 times 5. Remember, you could do 2 times 15, you could do 10 times 3, it doesn't matter. For 6, I have to split that up into 3 times 2, and the 5 I'm going to bring down because it's a prime number. Okay, now, that's the prime factorization of 30. Now, if you remember this, after you do that, you have to circle all of the twins. So if you look here, this 3 has a twin here, this 3 does not have a twin, and this 5 has a twin. So I'll go and circle those. Okay, this 3 has a twin here, this 5 has a twin here. So to get the greatest common factor, you would just do 3 times 5, multiply the twins, and you get 15. Now, if you want to do these in your head without a factor tree, that's fine. You just have to think, what is the biggest number that goes into 30 and 45? And the biggest number that goes into both of them is 15. And if you are that good with mental math, be my guest to do it that way. But the factor tree will solve it if you're not too sure. All right, I hope you have this work down. You can pause the video at any time, take some notes on the other side, and then hand it in. Okay, guys, later.